back again for another daily deep dive into the latest tech news. Today we're looking at reports from Web3 Wire and Web3 O'Clock, published just yesterday and today, actually. So get ready for some thought-provoking stuff. We've got a Bank of America exec making some surprising crypto predictions. And a Spotify co-founder's health tech venture is racking up serious funding. And then we've got this AI infrastructure investment. It's going to blow your mind. Hold on tight because things move fast in these sectors.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see how quickly things change. So let's jump right in.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start with Web3 and blockchain. Web3 Wire published this article titled Exploring Decentralization. Web 3.0 and blockchain revolutionize the future. And it lays out some of the key concepts there.
Yeah, this piece really digs into the core of Web3, using blockchain tech to build a decentralized internet. You know, the goal is to shift control from big tech companies to users, to give individuals more power over their data and their online experiences.
The article mentions increased security and transparency as major benefits. But is it really possible to create a truly decentralized internet? What about the practical considerations like scalability and ease of use?
Those are all really important questions, and the article does touch on some of the challenges. Scalability is a big one, and then there's user adoption. For Web3 to succeed, it needs to be not only secure and decentralized, but also user-friendly and accessible to the average person.
It seems like the art world is already embracing this new technology. Web3 Wire also reported on Azuki's anime NFT airdrop, which has global reach.
Yeah, this is a great example of how NFTs are becoming mainstream. Azuki is giving away digital art pieces with ownership verified on the blockchain. It's interesting to see how NFTs are breaking down geographical barriers, connecting creators and collectors worldwide.
This makes me wonder, is this just a fad or are NFTs here to stay? What real-world applications will we see beyond digital art?
You know, that's the million-dollar question. While the hype around NFTs has cooled down a bit, the underlying technology has potential beyond just digital collectibles. We're already seeing use cases in areas like supply chain management, identity verification, and even real estate.
Interesting. Speaking of real-world applications, Dap4 Developers Insights published an article about the cost of developing crypto payment gateways, which indicates that businesses are preparing for a future where crypto is commonplace.
That's a key signal. As more people adopt cryptocurrencies, businesses need ways to accept them as payment. This article provides valuable information for companies considering integrating crypto payments, especially as the demand for blockchain solutions grows.
It seems like Web3 is impacting a wide range of industries. Web3 Wire had multiple articles on market trends and forecasts, and they all point to significant growth driven by technological advancements.
Yeah, the articles covered a range of sectors, including 3D structural modeling software, first-mile logistics delivery software, automotive 3D map systems, even data center transformation. It's clear that Web3's influence is expanding rapidly.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about AI. Web3 O'Clock had a particularly interesting story about Bank of America's CEO, predicting a crypto revolution. It's not every day that a traditional banking giant embraces digital currencies.
Yeah, this was a surprising prediction. Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America, believes mainstream crypto adoption is inevitable, driven by regulation and demand. He even went so far as to predict a Bitcoin price of $130,000.
That's a bold statement. I'm curious, do you think traditional financial institutions are starting to feel the pressure from the crypto world? Is that why we're seeing this shift in tone?
It's certainly possible as crypto gains wider acceptance and regulatory clarity emerges. Traditional institutions are recognizing they need to adapt. Whether they fully embrace it or try to compete with it remains to be seen. But it's definitely a development worth watching.
Speaking of interesting developments, Spotify co-founder Daniel Ek is making waves in the health tech sector. Web3 O'Clock reported that his startup, Neko Health, secured a massive $260 million in Series B funding, giving it a valuation of $1.8 billion.
Neko Health is using 3D body scanning technology to change the game in preventative healthcare. Instead of waiting for symptoms to appear, they're aiming to detect subtle changes in the body that traditional methods miss, potentially identifying health issues years earlier.
That's incredible. Early detection is key for so many health conditions. I'm curious, how does this technology actually work? What kind of data does it collect? And how is that data used to personalize healthcare recommendations?
That's a great question. I wish the article had provided more details about the technology itself, but the significant investment suggests that investors are confident in Neko Health's approach and its potential to revolutionize preventative care. AI seems poised to disrupt just about every industry. Another Web3 O'Clock article reported on a successful funding round for Music.AI, the company behind the Moises app.
No, yeah, Music.AI. They raised $40 million in Series A funding to further develop their AI-powered music creation and analysis tools. The Moises app is already popular with musicians, allowing them to separate vocals and instruments from any song.
Right, and this funding. This will allow Music.AI to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI in music production. It raises some interesting questions about the future of creativity and the role of AI in artistic expression.
Yeah, I wonder how musicians feel about these tools. Do they see it as the threat or an opportunity?
Mm.
AI could democratize music creation, but it could also lead to a loss of originality.
It's a valid concern. It'll be fascinating to see how the music industry adapts to these new tools and how they influence artistic expression.
Speaking of adaptation, cybersecurity is another area where AI is playing an increasingly important role. Web3 O'Clock covered Dry Run Security's recent $8.7 million seed funding round. They're using AI to address the growing challenges of application security.
This is a significant investment. It highlights the growing importance of AI in cybersecurity, especially as our reliance on software continues to grow. Makes you wonder if AI is the key to stay ahead of these increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks.
It seems like a never-ending arms race. As technology advances, so do the threats. I wonder if we'll ever reach a point where we can truly secure our digital infrastructure.
It's a complex challenge, and it's likely to be an ongoing battle. But AI is a powerful tool in that fight, helping us identify and respond to threats more quickly and effectively.
Now for a story that really caught my attention. Web3 O'Clock reported that former President Donald Trump announced a massive $500 billion AI infrastructure initiative called Stargate. That's $500 billion dedicated to boosting U.S. AI infrastructure.
This news highlights how AI is no longer just a technological trend. It's a geopolitical imperative. Governments are recognizing the strategic importance of AI in maintaining economic competitiveness and national security.
The initiative involves major tech players
Yeah.
like OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle, indicating a collaborative effort on an unprecedented scale, and makes you think about the potential consequences of this kind of concentrated power.
It's certainly something to consider. This initiative has the potential to accelerate AI innovation, attract top talent, and solidify the United States' position as a leader in the global AI race. But it also raises important questions about the role of government in shaping technological development and the potential for unintended consequences.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers. But one thing is clear. The future of AI is intertwined with the decisions being made today, and those decisions will have far-reaching implications.
Absolutely. Now let's circle back to Web3 for a moment. Those Web3 Wire articles on market trends and forecasts, they painted a compelling picture of various industries on the cusp of transformation.
Yeah, the sheer variety was striking. We saw predictions for significant growth in sectors as diverse as 3D structural modeling software, first-mile logistics delivery software, and even automotive 3D map systems.
It's a testament to the versatility of blockchain technology and its potential applications across a wide spectrum of industries. It's not just about isolated advancements. These technologies are interconnected, creating a web of innovation.
For example, the growth of automotive 3D map systems is directly linked to the rise of self-driving cars, which rely on precise navigation data.
And that data can be securely stored and shared on a blockchain, ensuring transparency and reliability. It's a perfect example of how these technologies complement and enhance one another.
It's like watching a symphony of innovation, with different instruments playing their part to create a harmonious whole. Speaking of AI's influence, we've seen how it's being utilized in healthcare, music, and cybersecurity. What are your thoughts on its broader impact?
Well, the potential applications of AI are virtually limitless. We're seeing it used to automate tasks, analyze data, personalize experiences, and even create art. It's both exciting and a bit daunting to think about the implications.
It's important to approach these developments with a critical eye. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Absolutely. We need to consider the ethical implications of AI and work to mitigate potential risks. While harnessing its incredible potential for positive impact, we need to ensure it's developed and deployed responsibly.
It's a delicate balance, but one we must strive for if we want to create a future where technology truly serves humanity.
Bringing us back to President Trump's Stargate initiative, that $500 billion investment in AI infrastructure. It's clear that AI is now a matter of national strategy.
Governments around the world are recognizing the importance of AI in maintaining economic competitiveness and national security. The stakes are high, and collaboration is key.
The involvement of major tech players like OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle demonstrates the collaborative nature of this endeavor.
It's fascinating to see how this once futuristic concept is now shaping global politics and economics.
The implications of this initiative are far-reaching. It has the potential to accelerate the pace of AI innovation, attract top talent, and solidify the United States' position as a leader in the AI race. But it also raises important questions about the role of government in shaping technological development and the potential for unintended consequences.
Exactly. As with any large-scale initiative, careful consideration and oversight are crucial. We need to ensure that this investment benefits society as a whole and doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities or create new ones.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers. But one thing is clear. The future of AI is intertwined with the decisions we make today.
And those decisions require informed and engaged citizens who understand the potential benefits and risks of this powerful technology.
Speaking of informed citizens, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on something I found particularly thought-provoking. In the Web3 Wire article about data center transformation.
Oh yeah, I was particularly intrigued by the article's mention of how data centers are evolving to become more energy efficient and sustainable.
You've hit upon a critical point. The environmental impact of these technologies is something we can't ignore. As we embrace these advancements, we also need to consider their sustainability.
Seems crucial, especially with the increasing demand for computing power, driven by AI and other data-intensive technologies.
Absolutely. It's not enough to simply innovate. We need to innovate responsibly, with an eye towards minimizing our environmental footprint.
That means investing in renewable energy sources, developing more efficient hardware, and exploring new approaches to data storage and processing that are less energy intensive.
It's encouraging to see that some companies are already taking steps in this direction, but we need a more concerted effort across industries and governments to ensure that technological progress goes hand in hand with environmental sustainability.
It's a challenge, but one that we must address head-on if we want to create a future that is both technologically advanced and environmentally sound.
It's a reminder that true progress isn't just about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's about doing so in a way that benefits both humanity and the planet.
Well said. Now let's shift gears and dive into a sector that's always ripe for disruption, the financial industry.
The world of finance. It's where tradition and innovation often clash. What caught your eye in the news today?
Well, we already touched on the Bank of America CEO's prediction of a crypto revolution, but the Dapper Developers Insights article about the cost of developing crypto payment gateways was particularly intriguing.
That was a fascinating piece. It really highlighted the growing demand for businesses to integrate crypto payments into their operations.
It wasn't just about the technical aspects, it also delved into the economic factors driving this trend.
Absolutely. The article pointed out that as more consumers adopt cryptocurrencies, businesses are realizing they need to adapt or risk being left behind.
It's a classic case of disruption in action. The traditional financial system is facing a challenge from a decentralized digital alternative, and businesses are having to make choices about how to respond.
And those choices are not always easy. Integrating crypto payments can be complex and costly, and there are still regulatory uncertainties to navigate.
But the potential rewards are significant. Businesses that embrace crypto early on could gain a competitive advantage, tap into new markets, and reduce transaction costs.
It's a calculated risk, but one that many businesses seem willing to take. The momentum behind crypto is undeniable. And it's fascinating to watch how this space is evolving.
It's a reminder that the financial landscape is constantly shifting, and those who are adaptable and forward-thinking are the ones who will thrive in the long run.
Well said. Speaking of adaptability, let's move on to a sector that's undergoing a radical transformation. Transportation.
Self-driving cars, flying taxis, hyperloops. It seems like the future of transportation is arriving faster than we ever imagined.
The convergence of AI, robotics, and other advanced technologies is revolutionizing the way we move people and goods.
One of the most intriguing developments we saw in the news today was the Web3 Wire article on the growth of the robotaxi market.
Those autonomous vehicles, they promise to whisk us around town without the need for a human driver. The article projected substantial growth in this sector, driven by advancements in AI and sensor technology.
It's a fascinating prospect, but one that comes with a host of challenges. both technical and societal.
We need to ensure that these vehicles are safe, reliable, and accessible to everyone, regardless of income or location.
We also need to consider the potential impact on jobs and the economy. What happens to taxi drivers and truck drivers when their jobs are automated?
These are complex questions that require careful consideration and planning. We need to create a future where technological progress benefits all of society, not just a select few.
It's a reminder that innovation is not just about developing new technologies. It's about shaping a better future for everyone.
Well said. And speaking of shaping a better future, let's turn our attention to a sector that's often overlooked, but is essential to our well-being.
Healthcare.
Healthcare is definitely ripe for disruption these days, and we're seeing some incredible advancements thanks to AI and other cutting-edge technologies.
Yeah, we already discussed the impressive funding round for Neko Health and their use of 3D body scanning for preventative care. It's a great example of how AI can empower individuals to take control of their well-being. It was a fantastic example. But it wasn't the only health tech news that caught my eye. There was also an article on Web3 Wire about the growth of the legal case management software market. It might not seem immediately obvious, but legal case management software is playing an increasingly important role in healthcare litigation.
You're right, it's not an obvious connection at first glance. But with the rising costs of healthcare and the complexity of medical malpractice cases, this software is becoming essential for lawyers and healthcare providers.
The article highlights how AI is being integrated into this software to automate tasks, analyze documents, and provide insights that can help streamline legal processes.
It seems like even in a field as seemingly traditional as law, AI is making its mark.
It's a reminder that the reach of AI is vast, and its impact is being felt across a wide range of industries.
Speaking of impact, this brings us to an important question. What does all of this mean for the future of work?
That's a big question, and one that's on the minds of many people these days. As AI and automation continue to advance, there are concerns about job displacement and the need for workers to adapt to new skills and roles.
It's a valid concern, and one that we need to address proactively. Education and training will be paramount in equipping people with the skills they need to thrive in a future where AI is everywhere.
We also need to explore new economic models and social safety nets to ensure that everyone benefits from technological progress, not just a select few.
It's a complex challenge, but one that we must face head-on. The future of work is inextricably linked to the future of AI, and we need to shape that future in a way that is both equitable and sustainable.
This brings us back to a key theme that has emerged throughout our deep dive: the importance of responsible innovation.
Yeah, it's not enough to simply develop new technologies. We need to do so with a clear understanding of their potential impact on society and the environment.
We need to consider the ethical implications of AI, the potential for job displacement, the need for data privacy and security, and the environmental sustainability of our technological choices.
It's a tall order, but one that we must strive for if we want to create a future that is both technologically advanced and socially just.
That requires open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of these powerful technologies.
We need to engage in thoughtful dialogue, involve diverse perspectives, and work together to shape a future where technology serves humanity.
It's a reminder that the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create together. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the latest tech news, we're left with a lot to think about, from the rise of Web3 and the growing influence of AI, to the importance of sustainability and the future of work. The technological landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace.
It's a time of both immense opportunity and significant challenge. The decisions we make today will shape the world of tomorrow.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the latest tech news. We encourage you to continue exploring these topics, dive deeper into the source articles, and engage in conversations about the future you want to see. Remember, the future is not predetermined. It's ours to create.